Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. As I told you in a previous episode, I am still trying to learn about politics in Canada. I'm trying my best to read, observe, and again, understand how the political system here works. By the way, maraming salamat dun sa mga nanood nung episode natin tungkol sa pag-resign ni Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. I read all your comments. I appreciate them very much. As always, please, again, for this topic, help me understand again, paano ba itong proseso ng pagbobotohan within the Liberal Party. Kasi so it turns out guys, although nagkaroon ng announcement si Trudeau na magre-resign siya, ayun na nga, magre-resign pa lang siya. As of publishing, siya rin pa rin po ang Prime Minister. That is until his party, the Liberal Party, announces a replacement for him. Okay, a replacement as the party's leader and going to be the Prime Minister until magkaroon ng elections sa October, which we don't know if mapapaaga. Okay, so medyo dalawa yung elections na pinag-usapan ko. No? Elections within the Liberal Party, elections in October, yung talagang national elections. Okay, so puntahan muna natin itong issue ni Trudeau. I've been reading articles about, yun na nga, magkakaroon ng botohan within the Liberal Party. At anak medyo nakakaloka din pala yung mga pangyayari dyan, no? So, on March 9 daw po ang eleksyon at doon din nila i-announce kung sino ang papalit kay Prime Minister Trudeau. March 9. So, ongoing na. Itong ongoing ang membership, parang registration to be a member of the Liberal Party. So, tama ba itong pagkakaintindi ko, guys? In previous elections within the party, they allowed non-citizens and non-permanent residents to vote, including international students. So, pwedeng bumoto ang temporary residents as long as maging member sila ng Liberal Party? Tama ba o mali ang aking pagkaintindi sa mga report na yan? I will show you, ito, tingnan itong report na ito. So, from CTV News, okay, matapos pumutok ang balita na mag-resign si Justin Trudeau, so obviously magkakaroon ng eleksyon. Ito na nga, Liberals will remove fraudulent memberships as some register their pets to vote. Okay. So, madali lang pala magpa-member, no, sa Liberal Party. I guess it's just an online membership. Mag-sign in ka lang. Mag-register ka online. So, ang nangyari pala over the past few days, ang dami daw biglang nagpapa-member using fraudulent names, fraudulent addresses. Yung iba pa, mocking yata ang ginagamit. Yung address pa daw ni Justin Trudeau. So, nakapag-register sila without, much issues. Hindi siguro sapat ang verification process. Dahil successfully sila naging member and eventually, maaaring makaboto. Ayun na nga, to some extent, tignan niyo ito. Ginamit pa yung mga alaga nila to register. At maybe that same profile will be eligible to vote. Okay. Grabe, no? Pero, matapos naman lumabas ang report na ito, siguro wala nang choice yung partido ni Trudeau kundi gumawa ng action because this is just crazy. Okay, so ano nangyari? Kung noon, mukhang pwede talaga bumoto ang mga international students and other non-permanent residents sa Liberal Party, they enforced new rules this time around, new rules to take effect dito sa upcoming elections nila, to determine who will replace Justin Trudeau. Yan, tingnan natin. Wala na silang choice, Siguro napilitan na talaga itong mga to. Ito na, global news. Are the Liberal leadership rules enough to mitigate foreign interference? So ano muna yung new rules? Okay? In short, ililimit na lang nila sa citizens and permanent residents yung pwedeng bumoto sa kanilang upcoming leadership elections. Asara ito. Sa lahat, to be a member or a registered supporter, ayan, pwede pa daw magpamiyembro until January 27. Ayan. At in-update na raw nila. Okay? The board updated the requirements for who can vote in this leadership contest. Isa na dyan. Okay? Ayan yung pangatlo. Be a Canadian citizen, have status under the Indian Act, or be a permanent resident of Canada. Dahil nga, according to the same report, previously, one did not need to be a citizen or permanent resident of Canada to be able to vote. Wow, talaga ba? Kaya sinasabi na in the past, merong foreign interference dito sa kanilang sistema. Kasi nga naman, if you don't have permanent residency, if you're not a citizen, parang foreigner ka, nakikialam dun sa eleksyon nila. Diba? But anyway, moving forward, now it's only limited to citizens and permanent residents. Ang tanong nga ng report na ito though, is it still enough to mitigate foreign interference? They're raising the issue kasi of verification. Siguro kailangan pa improve yung registration process nung party. Nandito yan sa may bandang dulo, no? Ayan. Sabi nung isa nilang in-interview na isang, ano ba to? Professor, okay? Sa Ontario Tech University, Dennis Molinario. Sabi niya, the changes in rules would be meaningless without strict ID requirements to ascertain whether the registrant is who they say they are. Yun na nga. This is because of reports of people registering fraudulently to be able to vote doon sa kanilang upcoming elections. So we'll see, okay, if the Liberal Party will be coming up with more stringent verification procedures para doon sa mga magiging or magpapa-member sa kanila. Okay. Pero, nako, ito, alam ko, nakita nyo na ito. Sa ngayon, parang isa pa lang yung klarong lumilitaw na gustong sumali dito sa a race to be the next Prime Minister. Sige, let me see. This is a Liberal Party member. Siya pa lang ang actively na nag-announce ng kanyang intensyong tumakbo. Okay? Makikisali doon sa eleksyon ng Liberal Party. This is Member of Parliament, Chandra Arya. Ayan, naku, viral siya ngayon sa
I'm
X,
Chandra
no?
Arya, Member of Parliament for Nepean. I'm running to be the next Prime Minister of Canada, to lead a small, more efficient government, to rebuild our nation and secure prosperity for future generations. I've always worked hard for what is best for Canadians. For the sake of our children and grandchildren, we must make bold decisions that are absolutely necessary. If elected as the next leader of the Liberal Party, I offer my knowledge and expertise to do so.
Okay, sige. Putulin na lang natin dyan, ano? Medyo mahigit 2 minutes itong video na ito. So, he posted this, okay, on his official X account. Meron din siyang website. And I must say, yung comments dito, guys, ano, maraming negative ang reaction. So, sabi nitong isa, bro, you can barely speak English and wants to be the Prime Minister of Canada. Yun. Actually, marami sa mga comments, yun ang pinupuntong. Sinasabi nila, medyo nahihirapan kaming intindihin ang mga sinasabi mo. That's not from me, That is from the comment section. Now, he was interviewed somewhere, ano? I will show you, meron siyang news interview. Kung saan tinanong siya, hindi tungkol sa kanyang English speaking abilities, pero tinanong siya kung marunong siya mag-French. Okay, as we know, Canada is a bilingual country. More than 20% here really speak French. Okay, lalo na yung mga nandyan sa Quebec. He admitted he doesn't know how to speak French. And that, kumbaga, hindi daw yun ang malaking issue na dapat pagtuunan. Parang sina-challenge niya pa itong itong reporter hindi naman requirement, guys. I don't think it's a requirement for the Prime Minister to speak French. Is it? Please correct me if I'm wrong. But it's just, kumbaga, for many, in their minds, gusto nila nagsasalita ng French. You know, there are jobs here that require by to be bilingual. Okay, dyan si Quebec, di ba? Nako, they have a very big effort to preserve the French language. O, tignan nyo to.
How's your French?
No,
No French?
no French.
Okay, the Liberal Party of Canada is the party of official bilingualism. It's going to be a tough one. I don't speak French either, so you
No,
know.
the point is that whether the Quebecers or English Canadians, it's not the language that matters, it's what is that they deliver to them.
But the language matters very much in Quebec.
No, at the end of the day, Quebecers see who delivers what. We have English-speaking, French-fluent prime minister for all the time. One of the things that matters to Quebecers are being a sovereign country, a sovereign republic.
Yeah,
And which
but
prime minister has ever talked about that?
Mr. Ari, if you're going to
What do you think, guys? So sabi niya, it's not the French language daw ang issue. It's what you can deliver. Yan.
run for prime minister, I mean, you have to know that the French language matters, and the French it matters in Quebec
Trust me.
profoundly.
Trust me, at the end of the day, for French Canadians and English Canadians, the matters most is that how the children and grandchildren are going to prosper in this country. That is the thing that matters.
Okay.
Trust him daw. Okay, well, yan ang kanyang sabi. I did a little research about who he is. So it turns out he is an immigrant here in Canada. He moved here more than 20 years ago. I'm guessing, siguro he moved here in his 30s, maybe, or 20s, mga ganun, ano. Oh, yung mga matatagal na dito, yung mga citizens who are going to vote, what do you think about this? No, it's not that you're gonna vote for him because hindi ko alam kung anong partido ninyo. But yeah, what do you think of this guy wanting to run to be the next leader of the Liberal Party, potentially being the replacement of Justin Trudeau, at least during this remaining period of time, okay, until the next elections? Oo, no? Dami rin palang mga interesting stories, no, tungkol sa mundo ng politika dito sa Canada. Yun lang naman. Let me know what you guys think about all these things. Are you looking forward to who is going to replace Justin Trudeau? And ano pa mong magagawa ng susunod na Prime Minister kung merong bigger elections coming? Diba? Yeah, so I'll just end this episode here. Maikli lang po ito. Maraming salamat. I am looking forward again to seeing your comments down there in the comment section. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye!